this year. They're Australia, Fiji, double Olympic champions.
Zone ready to roll into these afternoon matches, the bye group, so they didn't play yesterday. Good thing or bad thing for them?
Well, yeah, it depends which side you sort of...
Hong Kong, China team, Brazil, well, they were beaten yesterday by Spain, 38 points to nil, who, as Rupert Cox and Philippa have both said, look really sharp against this Brazilian side. It's a big learning curve for them. They've played at the Olympics before, of course, Brazil. They were 12th in Rio, the host nation, the first time Rugby Sevens was at the Olympic Games. And then qualifying for this tournament via the Pseudo-American competition. They're the fourth-ranked team in South America, of course, Argentina. Top of the pots there, Uruguay and Chile all here this weekend. Trying to get a third South American side to Paris. Hong Kong, China haven't been there before, but they've been in this position. They've played in this tournament. As Ben Breakspear, experienced referee, going to take charge of this one. First men's match of day 2 of the World Rugby Sevens Repechage. Moving day on day 2. Teams trying to secure a quarter-final place.
Hang on.
Hong Kong, China in the blue off the boot of Bryn Phillips gets us underway. It's a really good kickoff and a nice hand on it from Brazil. Will dribble out over the sideline and your last touch off a Brazilian hand, so it'll be a Hong Kong, China throw.
Yeah, it was a really timed lift, wasn't it? Good time lift. Two-man lift up there. Just unfortunately, the tap back was towards the sideline instead of infield, so didn't quite get the rewards for the effort.
Hong Kong, China 5th overall in the Challenger Series. They were agonisingly close to making that playoff, only 2 points behind Germany overall, and this man is a key factor in some of the brilliant work they've done this season. Max Denmark just skipping his way through a couple of tackles to strike early for Hong Kong, China.
And he looked so confident with it, didn't he? Lovely set-piece move here. Little bit of misdirection, short runner, and then it's just get the ball to the speedster. Backs himself on that inside cut, pumping the legs to get through for the try.
Superb athlete, isn't he? Conversion no good, but it's a great start for Hong Kong, China in their first match of the tournament. Supporters already just making sure that's going up on the gram, checking it for TikTok. 5 points to nil. Phillips again. This time, just about secure Brazil, a little bobble, but brought in the end well by Andre Santana.
Tackle!
Give you the communication. Referee calls tackle. Hong Kong, China leave him. Oh, nice little bit of football skill on the ground by Sergio De Luna, as you would expect. These Brazilian players play a lot of beach rugby as well. It takes some stamina. Look to build inside their own 22 as De Luna hacks it ahead. He was tipped up in the chase, can't chase his own kick, but getting back in plenty of time. Liam Herbert for Hong Kong, China as they look to counter-attack. It's quickly to the hands of Denmark. Tried to spin out of the tackle. Good defence from Santos da Silva. And now just carrying Brazilian bodies with him. Here's Denmark. Can't get through the defender, carry him along. Hong Kong, China again, up over halfway in the chop back in field this time, Max Woodward. And Brazil do well and win the penalty.
Bit of a just reward for that defence there, staying true. You would have thought that Hong Kong, China would have broken them then. They certainly had enough possession for it.
He goes. Is it? So an athlete he is. Ball in one hand, opposition defender in the other.
Set.
Joel dos Santos Jr. feeds the scrum. Hong Kong trying to look to put some pressure on, but Brazil have able to control it with Mateus Cruz. Now looking to get wide on the edge. It's the speedster. Menezes. He's well looked after, made a lovely bust in that match against Spain, and now just sliding away through the defence, getting on the outside. Joel Dos Santos Jr. dragged down by Ali Nardoni at the 11th hour, 3 metres short of the line, but it's a lovely bust from Brazil.
Oh, it's a lovely bust from Brazil, but I've got to talk about the defence, because a little hitch kick look and he gets himself through. But how about this for work ethic? He's just trusting his pace. He knows that he can get there. Great tackle, and even forces the knock on as well.
And the vastly experienced player in this Hong Kong China team, Alessandro Nardoni, played 2018, 2022 Sevens World Cup and the Commonwealth Games in Birmingham 2022. And now Hong Kong China looking to bust out from their own goal line with Bryn Phillips, and then throws the ball dipping too low. It's a long way down for Liam Herbert. Couldn't catch up with it. Maybe a few little signs of rust perhaps from Hong Kong China.
Yeah, a little bit. That ball should have gone to hands. Look, clear. You got eyes on the players there. It's not a long pass. That's really frustrating. That's a wasted opportunity.
Line out ball is bouncing, and then cover defence comes through. But it'll be more position for Brazil.
It's knocked on the target by Hong Kong. Let's scrum Brazil. Okay. Let's go. Let's go.
Brazil haven't had as many matches of late. They didn't play on the Challenger Series. They didn't 8th in 2013, but qualify this year, this past season. It's Las Yaras, their women's team. They are locked on. Already got their ticket booked to Paris, secured their place on the World Series again next year, and now looking to get around the outside. Sergio De Luna again. He's had a lively first half, just dragged down 20 metres out, and again Hong Kong trying to get back in defence and win possession back.
It's defence keeping them in the game, isn't it? It's really managing for them to hold that lead. You would have thought that this would have led to a try. It's a lovely little, again, a hitch kick on the outside edge, but the conviction, the defence from Hong Kong China, really good.
Is he going to be a blood sub, Daddles, or is he getting cleaned up? Okay, thanks. Do you want time to clean your hands, Paul? Okay? Yeah, no worries.
Really good start to this match is to come to the side and get mopped up.
Thanks, Paul.
Alison
This guy's got blood in his hands as well, so we clean him and then we get going again.
Spread out, spread out.
Kato Lee.
Okay,
A little cut on the hand as well.
Hold on.
Hong Kong go for touch, send it down towards or onto the 10 metre line. Just inside their own side of halfway. A minute to go. Hong Kong, well, after that early strike, haven't been able to capitalise since, and Brazil have been able to put them under pressure. Here they go again, though. Hong Kong China up through the middle. Good offload and good hands for Phillips, and that's a better ball wide for Denmark again. He's just going to try and streak around the outside, pace and power. And Hicks Denmark gets a second try for Hong Kong China.
That was really fluid attacking play. The ball just bouncing between players almost effortlessly. Great communication, great awareness, quality of pass. Made that one look very easy.
He's been such a mainstay of this Hong Kong China team since he made his debut. Hicks Denmark, Hong Kong born, representing with aplomb, 10 points to 0. Perfect restart from Hong Kong China.
Okay, advantage blue.
Keeping hold of that possession brilliantly well. A chance with the siren of Huda going for half-time. Fancy one more. But Brazil's defence has been pretty strong. Oh, up until now is busting through around the outside. Christie on a weaving run, and then a little bit of Clever footwork eventually got him. Brilliant work from DeLuna to stay in that fight defensively and thwart the charge of Hong Kong China. And it is them who go into the halftime break, leading Brazil 10 points to 0. To Jeff as it gets underway. Well, you gave it to them.
Yeah, I just think that the lads are not concentrating on what they can control. There's a lot of sloppiness in terms of the ball presentation, the fundamentals of the game, and that's the disappointing side of it. Whether their minds are drifting for other things, I think they've just got to concentrate on what we can control, and when we do that, we can really play some good sevens. So I think we've shown throughout this first part of the year that we can do that, and it's just getting the guys' minds back to what we can do and what we do well. So, sometimes that from that.
Well, they certainly listened to you. Good stuff from Liam Herbert here. Was it difficult not playing yesterday? Is that maybe a factor in it?
Yeah, I think so. The week has been pretty slow in terms of, look, we didn't want to do too much training because we had that extra day, but I do feel as if maybe they had their mindset on that on that first game yesterday, and it maybe derailed them a little bit in terms of focusing on generating that momentum, and it's tough, and we've had lots of tournaments this first half of the year, and the boys could probably feel that in their fatigue, but I believe that if the boys are really focused on what they want to do and what they can control, they can really do something special in this tournament.
Do you need to almost generate your own momentum here in this one to going into probably a bigger match later in the day?
Yeah, for sure. I think that if you look at us as a team, and when we've started well in tournaments and in the first games, we've generally done very well in those tournaments. So that's the worrying thing, or the disappointing thing for me, is that these guys know that if we start well, gain that confidence, generate that momentum, then we can challenge these teams that are going to be some tough tests, especially with Spain this afternoon. So hopefully the guys can just get back to what they can do best and challenge these teams and generate that momentum throughout the tournament.
Well, good stuff. Looking on for another one here. We appreciate your time, Jeff, and all the best for the rest of the weekend.
Thank you very much.
Advantage.
Oh, they just lost control of it.
First Hong Kong, second Brazil. Scrum yellow.
Yeah, you can very much see what Paul John is talking about, because they have those moments where it's so fluid, their attack looks so good, and then they have moments like that where they're just a bit panicked. They force the ball on.
No pens, no pens.
Crouch. Bind.
17-0. Bit of a start for them to the tournament, but trying to build in, and as I say, trying to do something special in this event. They were so agonisingly close to making that playoff in Madrid, just 2 points overall, Hong Kong, China, and now away they come again. Just barreling and then holding up the ball. It was the initial crash from Nardoni, and then the finish from Kato Lee. Much better second half so far from Hong Kong, China.
Yeah, you called it the crash from Nardoni, but that awareness then to put in that spin look, really good. Gets the left arm fend, which means his right arm can stay on the ball and can be available for the offload. And just that bit of awareness, that turn, that's what created that try.
Come out of the blocks really well in this second spell with a couple of quick tries, and now starting to flex that experience, show a higher ranked side at 24 points to 0. 2.5. Great take in the air this time too.
Advantage, slow to roll.
From Liam Herbert again, and full of running and attack, playing under advantage just over now as they surge up towards 10 metres out from the line once more. The ghost around and then forcing the offload. Good interjection. Right, Andre Santana. Brazil against their own post, and the cover comes in, and tried to rip it, but it goes down, and it'll be a 5 metre scrum.
Yeah, time off.
Very much scramble defence now from Brazil. You can see a lot of hands on knees. Players taking a knee. They're really starting to feel this lack of possession.
The modern rugby boot is a tricky thing. Here's the steal, the turnover.
Yeah, send them on, mate. Time's still off. Number 7. Number 9 down there.
Oh, great defence there.
Number? 2?
Yes, because you had possession of the ball, you've taken it in goal and grounded it, so it's an attacking 5-metre scrum.
Okay.
Damn or normal.
They're going to come.
Brent, time back on.
Damn or normal. Hold.
Crouch! No. Bind! Set!
In and out it goes quickly from Phillips, able to scoop it up away and into the hands quickly of Fong Kit Fong. And another for Hong Kong China.
They look really strong off the set-piece moves, don't they? First half we saw it off the line out and there, just off the scrum. Very composed, knowing exactly what they're doing. Look, he keeps hold of the ball until he sucks in that last defender, then releases the wing.
Yes, thank you.
Conversion will stay away from Phillips. Kowloon Rugby Football Club. Try scorer, 29 points to 0. Now 90 seconds to go. The Hong Kong China out of a little first half slump. 10 points to 0. Showing. Try and put some pressure on Spain later today.
Advantage not on.
Brazil can't regather from the restart. It goes down from
Advantage over.
Fontana de Souza. So more possession for Hong Kong China. They've been just camped in this half, in the second spell.
It's already been touched by somebody else, lads. He's off the field, we're playing on.
Problem here for...
He's off the field, we're playing on.
As he went into touch here, slightly awkward in the landing. He's still down. Yeah, just knee stuck in the turf a bit, did it?
Yeah, just rolling awkwardly, wasn't he, over that leg?
He's up and about now.
Advantage not on.
Someone alongside me with about 20 odd stitches in her left knee knows the pain at the moment. Over many years of playing rugby, then you go skiing, and that's how you do an ACL, Philippa Tatiet.
Yeah.
Going out in sympathy with a few of our players, unfortunately.
They don't want to change him, Dad, or he's just playing on, mate.
As we're into the final moments of this one.
Crouch!
Hong Kong China be pleased with the second half performance, I'm sure. And just to get themselves into this tournament after having the bye yesterday afternoon. This is their first match and challenge to come later today. They've just about almost come through in one possession, but using the strength, and Brazil doing well. They'd love something to get something out of this. They're not going to, though, because it's a penalty for Hong Kong China.
That's in front of the mark. He just gets tangled in the ball there, lad. He's not doing anything intentionally. Holding on. Happy?
Away come Hong Kong China, looking for one more. There's going to be extra careful with that points difference. Denmark able to hold up for Phillips, use that strength to offload brilliantly, and then the support was there from Bryn Phillips to finish it off for Hong Kong China.
Again, set-piece move, the penalty tap, really organised, every player knowing what they've wanted to do. And 9 there, look, just timing that offloading run to perfection.
Well, from 10 points to 0 at half-time, they've scored 4 second-half tries, Hong Kong China, converted as well. A nice, tidy finish to get their campaign going here at the World Rugby Sevens Repechage. Hong Kong China 36, Brazil 0.